I and Thou?
Yeah. And I asked the singer of Thou if he'd ever read it, and he said no. But it sounds kind of chill. Spiritual book or something. Have you read it?
Yeah, I've read bits and pieces of it, and it's like impossible to understand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, actually, I haven't even read any of it, honestly.
The Buber? Martin Buber?
Martin Buber, I think, yeah, I haven't. Oh, what's up, dog? What up, Jeffy? And then the solitary God said, let there be deceit, let there be desire. Dude, I spent like 15 minutes, which I guess, saying it out loud, it's not that much time, but...
It's like a year in my attention span.
Yeah. I tried to figure out how to get the ads to not be on the stream, because that's annoying. Because I think they have to watch like a 30-minute... I mean, not a 30-minute. 30-second ad, which would make me want to literally die. So, I apologize. I'm going to figure that out at some point. But yeah, Ted Cruz thinks that he's a gamer, and he's in an interview he said, I'm something of a gamer myself.
Like and the meme? Like the Spider-Man meme?
I don't know, maybe.
Do you know the... Sorry.
No, I mean, he may have been doing a meme thing, but it made me want to self-harm.
This is the Spider-Man meme. It's Willem Dafoe. Oh, that's not it. But saying, I'm something of a scientist myself. One of my favorite actors. Probably my favorite actor.
Funny. What's up, E-Rad? Hello. I love it. Did you have to watch an ad to get in here? To the VIP zone? I was just mentioning that I'm trying to figure out how to make that not happen, because it's super annoying.
Yeah, I've never watched an ad myself, because I've never watched us before.
Yeah, 30-second ad. I'm sorry. I'm like very anti-ad.
Mm-hmm.
I will get it sorted out, and you will never have to see an ad ever again.
We'll redistribute the 18 cents of...
It's like not even... It's like 0.003 cents. But we'll redistribute it to the people.
Oh, shit. Taco Bell targeted ad? I don't know if it's targeted, but that would get to me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You just made Mexican food.
Yeah, I made pulled pork in in green salsa or whatever the fuck.
Green chili?
Yeah. It's pretty good. It kind of doesn't taste that good, actually.
It's pretty good. Not really, though.
I think it's... What it was like a horrific experience cooking it.
Why was it so bad?
Dude, I'll never cook pork again. Like, I felt its emotions through its dead meat. I was just like, it was a big pork shoulder.
Mm.
And I like looked the bone in the eyes. And I was like, this is fucking disgusting. I mean, anyway, what did they say? Salt King said, I don't mind if you get the money, just start talking 30 seconds after you go online. True. Or a minute, yeah. Swine, my brother. Yeah, it was fucked up.
Remember when I got that tongue for that thing?
Yeah. That was chill.
It was big tongue. It was like this big.
Yeah. How did you get a cow tongue?
I just called, like, carnicerias around.
Yeah. I guess it's not that crazy to get a cow tongue.
No, like, people eat lengua.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Latino markets have it a lot of the time.
That's where I got the pork shoulder. Is that little market right there?
Right on.
Support local businesses.
Yeah.
I'll use all our Twitch wealth to buy local produce.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Well, we're on chapter 9.
Yeah, we are.
It's part 3, titled The Harlot. Yeah, do you want to just kind of take us off while I do something real quick?
Sure. I can read the opening quote, although I feel like I might end up burping at some point in this, so...
That's
I guess
alright.
I never apologize for it, but...
Just whenever he burps, just take a deep breath and remember that you exist.
No,
Or don't, I don't know.
Oh, I just don't. It's taunting me. And the non-man king cried words that sting. Now to me you must confess, for death above you hovers. And the emissary answered ever wary, we are the race of flesh, we are the race of lovers. Ballad of the Inkoroi, ancient Kunayuri folk song.
There you go.
Dude, that's got some flow to it.
Yeah.
Internal rhyming.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, when you
emissary and everwary. Anyway,
yeah.
What were you saying?
No, I don't know. It's good. What do we my hardback cover came in the mail. Nice. Thank you, South Charleston Public Library. Cool. I fucking love libraries. Libraries are one of the few places in the world where you can exist, or at least in America, where you can exist without having to pay somebody for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah. And they've got air conditioning.
Yeah.
I mean, I would assume most of them too.
Yeah. Dude, I learned that NES has asked everyone to turn their air conditioning to like 78 degrees.
Oh my god.
I did not know that. Ours has been at 70. It's been like freezing in here.
Well,
horrible.
What? Why? Because they're gonna run out of power or something?
I think just to save power.
I mean,
I don't know.
You know that I'm like pro-environmental like protection, but if some motherfucking power company like, oh my god. Don't even get me started. It's like I saw on the way driving home today, it said on the interstate, one of those signs, it was air quality bad tomorrow. Use public transportation on the interstate. It's like nobody on the interstate is going to see that and decide to ride the bus tomorrow.
That's very...
If that was even possible in Nashville, because we have a shitty bus system here.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Anyway,
yeah, should we start?
Ted Cruz is a gamer.
Yeah, Ted Cruz is a gamer.
What games does he play?
Dude, he fucking doesn't game.
But what does he pretend he plays?
I honestly don't remember what he said.
He's sneak dissing?
He's sneak dissing. Alright, so this chapter 9, it's all about Esmenet and Akamian. Esmenet goes through some pretty harrowing experiences, and Akamian does some morbid reflection, some worrying,
yeah,
some pondering. It's a pretty short chapter, but it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
He writes his map.
Oh yeah, starts his. I was picturing it like the conspiracy theory board with the strings and the.
That's exactly how I see it. Yeah.
In his like True Detective season 1 storage unit with the fucking.
Dude. Best show ever. I told you that it got me sick that one time.
No. Poison your soul?
Yeah, I watched True Detective. The first time I watched True Detective, I watched it just like, I sat down and I started watching it and I finished it all in a row. And afterwards I had strep throat.
I believe it.
It was wild. Like, it was like such a, like I would pay to experience that again because like the show gets gradually more like gritty and horrible and scary, and like I felt more and more horrible and like feverish. It's like by the end of it I was like, oh.
Time is a flat circle.
Dude, it's so good. Okay, so Esmenet starts out, or the chapter starts out with Esmenet talking to Samatus, one of her custom. It's just some fucking schmuck. I don't know who it is really. But he's saying, I fear this is my last visit, Esme. And she nods and says, you found someone else, someone younger. And he says, I'm sorry.
Uh-huh. And my first highlight was that he started talking to her.
No.
He's getting dressed, but his still shining phallus is present.
I missed that. How could I miss that?
It's so visceral. You missed it.
Shining phallus.
I know. It's like horrific, but it made me. I was like, I can picture that.
I see it. Yeah.
I
mean, yeah, we all probably can picture that.
Yeah, I mean, if not, just pour some glitter down your pants and check it out.
Yeah.
Sunrise tomorrow. The longest day of the year today.
Oh,
Solstice.
Shit. Yeah.
You can take your glitter dick outside.
That'd be cool.
Probably right now.
Oh, no.
No, just
pretty close to the school.
One could. Oh, yeah. Rhetorically.
Yeah, one could. So he says, "I'm sorry," and she says, "No, don't be sorry. Whores know better than to pout like wives." So we were
Brutal.
getting into a bunch of Esmonette character building, and it kind of goes back and forth between her feeling like sorry for herself or self-pity, and then these little peaks of her like inner strength or innate power kind of come through, and I felt like I got to see that little like peek its head up and the power and the future of Esmonette as the queen or whatever come up, and then but her like shame and the misogyny of the world like just like shoving it down immediately. I don't know, there's a lot of that.
I like that. It just makes me think of the way you describe it makes me think of Whack-A-Mole, even though I don't want her to be hammered on the skull.
That's very astute for this world. I mean, yeah.
I mean, thank you. Not just.
Thank you.
So, I did some small maths.
Oh hell yeah.
It talks about being an old whore a lot in this chapter, and I was like, how old is she really? Because, like, she's probably not that old, and I just guessed she was 30 in here, which I'm 33. I feel like I'm old. I know that there's people older than me, but like I feel like I'm old crone already. But I was like, I don't know. I don't think all other 30-year-olds are like old geezers either. Anyway, 30 was my guess. How do you picture her?
Around like I want to say like kind of late 30s.
Okay, so she was born. Well, right now we're in 4110 year of the Tusk, about to go into 4111. She was born in either 4078 or 4079, so she's either 31 or 32. And then Akamian was born about 15 years earlier, in 4062 or 4063, so that makes him 47 or 48.
Oh, he's old.
Yeah. It's like...
I mean, no offense to anyone. It's not an offense to be old. Sorry.
No. And I don't think it's like... I mean, it's kind of ridiculous for me to bring this up because of the nature of this world, but I was like, okay, it's not like he's like 47 or 48 and she's like 17.
Yeah.
It's like a more acceptable age gap.
Yeah, I think that's pretty chill.
Despite the child sex slavery and everything else going on in the
world. That's not chill.
Let's see, we got a question from Salt King. What's the average age in Yarwa? It's a good question. Because I know like the human average age used to be a lot lower, but like we did live to be like 70s. It was just the infant mortality was really high, so the average skewed lower, but it wasn't like super crazy for there to be 70, 80-year-olds.
Yeah.
As far as I know. I have no idea here. I mean, it sounds like Middle Ages, European Middle Ages is like equivalent is what I would guess.
It's probably very likely that you would die of an STD too.
Yeah, they don't have penicillin, so there's probably syphilis. Are there like specific Irwa STDs?
I don't know.
I feel like there might be one like the scarlet
earwig.
Yeah. But
the scarlet butt wig.
I can't remember. Yeah.
I don't know.
More commentaries talking about how different castes would have different life expectancies, which is very true.
Yeah, definitely. I think 50, 60 is probably reasonable.
I totally get, though, that 30 would be old for a sex worker or for a whore. Like, especially, like I said, with the child sex slaves. How many times am I going to say that? But it's a weird phrase to be talking about. But I don't know. I'm thinking of, like, people, you know, around my age or around roughly our ages. So it's like, it's not as, I don't know. I still feel like a kid a lot of the time.
I do too. But
and I find 30-year-old people attractive, so.
Yeah.
But I'm not in the markets paying half silvers and whatnot either.
Right.
I don't know what the rates are. I don't know. Okay. That was my interjection about ages.
Yes. That's very interesting. So, let's see. She starts to think about so Okamian has left in the interim between these chapters. And she says that Akamian had left Sumna a broken man, and she had begged him to take her with him. And she says, as much as she feared losing Akamian, what she feared more was the prospect of returning to her old life, to the endless succession of hunger, anguished glares, and split seed. She wanted the schools, the great factions. She wanted Akamian, yes, but she wanted his life more. That's a big Esmonette vibe.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge part of her character.
Yeah. Like, I know she has so much love for Akamian and care for Akamian. But after reading this chapter, I started thinking, and I think it says it in specific language later too, that she really wants his life more than she wants him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which, I don't know, I think that's cool character development in a really like sexually repressive world, is for someone for a woman character to want an actual life rather than to just only want a man.
Yeah, but it does, so it kind of, I think this is an experience felt in our world too, where in order to dream of any type of like success or vision outside of the like norm for femme people, it has to be attached to a man. Like I can only be successful or whatever if I like cling to a Kamian, because I don't know, just the societal and physical limitations are very, very significant in this.
That's a good point. That's very true too. That's the only way she thinks she can get anywhere right now.
And so they're kind of going back and forth. She's just thinking about the conversations that they have had, and Akamian is just kind of whining. Dude, Akamian pisses me so much about this. Pisses me off. I'm like, dude. Anyway, you say you love me, Akamian said, and yet you still take custom. Tell me why, Esme, why? It's so stupid. Like, what, are you gonna pay for her? Like,
yeah,
you're gonna give her gold every day? Pay her salary?
Yeah.
Fucking dipshit.
Like, love doesn't keep the oil burning.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say heat on, but I don't know the equivalence there.
I don't know.
Yeah, like, I don't know, we've complained about it before, but he really gets into wine time in this chapter.
Mm-hmm. One thing that I had noticed, so it says, men such as Samatus, or whatever his name is, she knew, came to whores to escape uncomfortable passions as much as to glut them. I think it's just interesting reflection on craving in general. Like, whenever somebody's in the habit of seeking out pleasure so much, it becomes more about getting rid of the craving instead of the actual, like, seeking the pleasure. It's like the object becomes nil, and it's more just about not wanting to feel the feeling of wanting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I get that.
That's really cool. I missed that line in this read through too, but yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and it makes me think of this book I read called I think it's called Perv, The Sexual Deviant in All of Us, by Jesse Baring, I believe. Non-fiction book about like deviance and sexuality, but basically that when people are horny, and I think it's specifically when male-bodied people are horny, there's some element in our brains where it suppresses our disgust perception. So like when you're horny, you have like a higher tolerance for disgust, or you just don't think of things as disgusting, which like makes perfect sense. And it's kind of like that meme or that idea of like the post-nut clarity, where have you ever seen the like, it's like jerking off and then after, and it's like a really good looking pizza, and then like the picture after is just like the worst fucking piece of pizza looking ass.
I've never seen that, but I can see it.
You can imagine.
In my brain, yeah. Imagine.
Just that kind of thing. Although that's entangled with like shame and culture and whatever, but yeah, like, I don't know. People will put their noses in other people's butts, and it's like totally not weird in sexy time, but you know,
it would be a lot to get there without some foreplay.
Yeah.
What else happens? She talks about. Oh, she asks Samababatus, whatever his name is. She asks him. That, right? Yeah, I think I probably am. She asks him about Enrao. She says, "Have you heard of a young priest named Enrao?" And he says, "Yes, I have. In fact, he's the one they say committed suicide."
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's the narrative going around on 1,000 Temples, that he killed himself.
Yep. He yeeted off of the balcony. Suicide, you're certain of this? What if it's true? What will you do then, Akka? She's all worried about, I guess how it'll affect a commune.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, besides the whole political spy plot, I know that, they talked about how important emotionally he was as a commune's little fuck student.
Dude, yeah, there's a big character development or like insight later on about a commune and his sexual proclivities.
Oh yeah, I caught that too.
I was like, no, dude.
I was listening to it on audio and I had to hit back twice, so I listened to it 3 times because I was like, what?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Video game Jeffy says candles aren't free, and he also says that post-nut clarity, that we wish to have it all the time like monks. So whenever you were saying that about the seeing the pizza and it's actually really fucking gross.
Yeah.
That's like a Buddhist technique. If you're on like meditation retreat or something and you're sitting, it's like day 7 of silence and nothing, and you just like see a shampoo bottle and like like want to fuck it, or like literally anything. And in this case, like the Buddha would suggest, like if you're like fantasizing about somebody, you're supposed to, if you want that feeling to go away, because it's pretty unpleasant to like want to have sex with somebody and you can, or like I don't know, it's horrible. You just like imagine them pooping or like they're like pus in their body and like the blood, and then it really is effective. Okay. It's like, oh, the body is fucking disgusting. Actually,
so it's fighting the horniness with overpowering with disgust.
You gotta overpower it with literally disgust. That's the word that they use. That's why it's interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
That sounds like some shit that the Inkoro would be into, though.
It wouldn't work on the Inkoro.
Well, they're all about craving anyway, so...
They love it. They embrace it.
They're opposite side of Buddhists.
Yeah. Whoa.
Inverse. The inverse.
The inverse Dharma.
Yeah.
Well, there's so much to that, too. Later on, during a commune stream, whenever he talks about the world being, like, succumbing to emptiness, there's a lot there. Let's see. Truth Shines, first time chatter. Hello! I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks he diddled Enrao. Oh, yeah, for sure. I know this is your first time in this chat, but we've talked about that a lot.
We think everyone's getting diddled and is diddling, pretty much.
It's a world full of diddlers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the language, I think, is the specific thing. Just talking about the boy that he loved, and it's a vibe.
It's a whole vibe.
It's a vibe of pederasty.
Pederast. Yeah. Horrible. Hermbro, thank you. I think he gave us a little... I think that's like a thing.
A prize? My prize?
I think it's a prize.
My prize.
I think he gave us a prize of some sort. I don't understand, but thank you so much.
Thanks, bud.
We'll post the video. Looking forward to you seeing it. Oh, let me turn on this light. Okay, so then some craziness pops off. It just like jumps right into the craziest shit.
Oh yeah, it's like not a conveyor belt, but a turnstile. I kind of picture a turnstile of dudes just like, coming into her room because she's like literally doing business.
Yeah. It's so dismal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one thing if you're willingly choosing to do it on your own terms and stuff, but like she's definitely not. She's like forced into it by poverty, and just her whole life she hasn't known any other way to make money and stuff.
Yeah, it's very dismal.
She's unmarried, so she isn't supported by someone else.
Right.
Basically, I'm fully agreeing with you. Keep talking.
He does a good job of making like Esmondette's room seem so horrible to be in. Like whenever I see it, it's like thick with like fucking like stink. It's just so unsanitary and like fucking it's like humid in there. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's probably musty.
It's nasty, dude.
Uh-huh.
Making morning mud. And it's important. Husiel says, also, hello, Husiel, good to see you. He says, I don't think Akka did. He's just a loving teacher. That is very reasonable. Like that can very, very well be the case. Ringthane agrees.
My theory, and I'm not saying that I'm right either, but my theory was that it was like in ancient Greece or something, where it was just kind of like part of the culture to be fondled and fondling men and boys, students or something. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say it was like abuse, at least culturally, but I don't know. That was my guess. And I don't think there's anything definitive, like I said, either way that I know of.
No, definitely not. I mean, we said it feels like a vibe to us.
Yeah. We're also like, I mean, it's funny to say about like some of the darkest books ever written, but I think we tend to think that like the worst shit is happening or has happened to people.
We're some hater-ass haters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trauma boys.
Some did.
So.
So yeah, we've got some agreement there. And yeah, Salt King, shout out to the morning apocalypse.
Dude.
And then Truth says, yeah, I don't think it would be seen as anything bad in the time. Mara was pretty accepting of sexual exploitation of perceived lesser, for sure. Yeah, I think that's probably very accurate. Akka does shudder when he thinks of what the messenger boy does for pay when Akka leaves. Yeah, he does. Ooh, that's a really gnarly passage.
Yeah.
It's really visceral.
That's a good point. I don't think I considered that before, but there's kind of the giving the kid money and leaving him to what I thought was probably a bad fate at the end of this chapter too.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Complex guy. He also bangs his daughter-in-law, or daughter later.
Yeah.
Kinda. Anyway, should we get into the gentleman visitor?
Yeah.
Unless you have something.
Well, there's some italicized thoughts that come up multiple times in the chapter, both in Akamian's and Asmet's thing, but she says, be the whore, thinking that to herself a lot. It's like, play the role of kind of what you expect, which I think was sort of what I was alluding to last time with you expect a thief to steal, but you get outraged when the king steals.
Yeah.
Type of thing. Like, she's going to be interrogated real quick, and like Akamian told her also the thought, ignorance is life, which just like alone I think that's pretty funny. And
Akamian saying ignorance is life?
Yeah, or just like that as like a tattoo or something. It'd be like, I kind of fuck with, I mean, like I don't, but I kind of fuck with that.
Yeah.
Because awareness is pain.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know. I wouldn't say ignorance is bliss, because I feel like ignorance is denying something you already know.
Yeah.
In a way, but just I don't know. I don't know, man.
That's all right.
But I like those two thoughts come up multiple times, and I think are relevant to the interrogation. So
yeah. Well, it also is interesting to think about how that measures up against what the horror is in like, isn't the horror a god or some shit?
Yeah, so there's a goddess of carnal pleasure, and there's temple prostitutes, which are like, I guess, holy.
Fate is a whore, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They talk about the whore of fate, and then they call Esmet the whore of Sumna, or at least Akamian does.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool because it's too big. Like, I think those are the only like horrors I know of. Those are both bold little sentences or statements. I kind of liked it. It felt like
they are.
It
is interesting to think about because, yeah, it switches and she's referred to the whore of Sumna as like this powerful thing. And there are lots of passages where she, especially whenever she's talking to Kellis, I feel like they talk about sex work a lot, and she goes into just explaining how there's so much power in what she does and how like inherently weak men are. I don't know. So she does have an immense amount of power, but it's very, very little of it is accessed, seemingly.
Yeah.
At least right now. We've got some chat happening here. Kelpfron, what's up? Do you want to read that?
Sure. You can tell I'm getting old because I'm leaning a lot. I've got a certain lean. Kellis called a commune out for it. He matched a commune's gaze with friendly yet utterly implacable eyes. It means more that young bulls sometimes make good cows. ... More gales of laughter, but a commune can manage no more than a smile. Why was he so angry?
Oh.
Damn, that's pretty rough, man. But also, it's like, Kellis is gonna rape his, like, well, he doesn't have any friends, but, like, his, like, most devoted follower to prove a point later, so, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's the pot calling the kettle gay, you know?
Pot calling the kettle a pederast.
Yeah.
Shall we get into the scene?
Yeah. So, dude comes in just being a dick right off the bat.
Total dick.
Oh, I was wondering if he really had to be a dick. It's like, would you really catch more flies with honey than vinegar or whatever?
Right, because she immediately is down.
Yeah, she's gonna hook up with him, and I think that he slaps her.
He slaps the fuck out of her.
Yeah, and then is like not gonna pay her any money, but like the right amount of money. I don't know. He's maintaining appearances that he's a human.
Yeah, he does kind of do a man thing.
But it's like, why would you even give squabble over money?
Yeah.
You could just go.
I know.
I don't know.
He's playing a game. I don't know. And also, I feel like the Skin Spies have a good time. Well, he's a Skin Spy, right? No, he's a Synthes or something. The console in general has a good time. They like to fuck with people.
Yeah.
They just like jerk off on humanity in whatever way they can.
Yes, metaphorically, physically.
What up, Meg? Lucio giving you some love, dude. That's what's up.
So I'm pretty sure he's an Incoroi.
Ooh, so spooky.
And I'll tell you why at the end of this, but I was thinking...
Meg's gonna love this passage, by the way. Anyway, sorry, go.
No, I was just thinking, like, I was trying to figure out, what kind of fucking creature is this right now? She said that... Where the fuck is it? Said something about he had the face of someone renewed or refreshed or something. And I was like, ooh, not a real face.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, I dig that. I should have paid more attention to it in general. It kind of grosses me out a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
So rereading it, I like kind of tried to skim it a little bit just because it's like violent sex.
Awkward.
It's a little sexually violent for me, but
she said that she was looking at the new customer, looking into his face with the innocence of the recently awakened, a beautiful one. Well, I'm not sure if she's saying that about herself. I mean, if they're saying that about her, just giving him a pleasant look, or if his face is the recently awakened one. But it just made me think of Skin Spy, or a face that is not his own.
Yeah. He immediately says that he says we have a mutual acquaintance, a commune. And it's cool at the end of this knowing that a commune kind of filled her in on what was going to happen. Ish. Or like he gave her some type of beta. Fucking climbing term for you there.
I just thought you were, I don't know.
Just being a beta cuck.
I'm a plimbo.
I'm an alpha gamer.
I'm a yogurt male.
Oh, we didn't reflect on what we are.
Oh, right. I'm going with Black Com.
Nice. I am
second to last coral reef.
Yeah. No.
I can't put words in your mouth.
I'm the technology that we forgot how to use after the apocalypse. Like in 5,000 years, whenever we're like looking at the giant factory like quantum computer and we're like, fuck, I don't know how to use this.
Like the pyramids being batteries.
No, I don't know. Like whenever there's an apocalypse or like a great extinction or something, you kind of like go back to the dark ages or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Like how there's tunnels underneath the Denver airport. It's headquarters for the New World Order.
Yeah.
I'm just answering every one of your things with some stupid conspiracy theory. Yeah. Well, I don't know if they're stupid. I love them, but...
Yeah, no, I got you.
No, I feel you.
She's giving him doll eyes. Totally. I think it's one of the Inkoroi, Jeff says. Well, yeah, I think that definitely makes sense, because he flies away.
Yeah, she hears the flapping of dry wings or something weird like that.
Dude, that's so scary. The Inkoroi are truly horrific.
The face within face. There's some good art of the Inkoroi with the clamshell face with the face grafted into its jaws. Like,
that's cool.
When I realized it was their heads were shaped like clams, that just like grossed me out extra. I think it's because it's not humanoid.
Yeah.
Like their bodies are more humanoid, but
they're aliens.
They're aliens for sure, but like I don't know, in media and everything, still most like mutants or aliens or whatever have one head, two arms, two legs, stand upright, you know. Even little gray aliens or little green men are still like the same rough outline as we are.
Yeah. And
I mean, these guys have genetically modified themselves to be more like humans, I guess, but just like clammy. Bleh.
Yeah, it's spooky.
Yuck.
Yuck, dude. Jeff says it's a vagina with a human head at the base.
Basically, it's
fuck.
Vaginophobia. I'm scared of vaginas.
Yeah. Be the whore, she says.
Oh, and Doll Eyes, Doll Parts is a great song by Courtney Love.
Nice.
She says, one day you will ache like I ache.
And she says, life is ignorance. Or ignorance is life. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. He disses her. He says she's not a 12 talent whore.
She's not sneak dissing. He's not sneak dissing. He's
not at all, dude.
Straight dissing.
Okay, but so much of this, like, so coming back to whenever I said that be the whore is like a symbol of her tapping into her sexual power or like her feminine strength, whatever. Mm-hmm. She says it a couple times. Whenever he says a half silver at least. Oh wait, no. Oh, okay. So I just think it's badass that he like slapped the fuck out of her and is being super scary, and she just still is like super down to barter. She's like, well, a half silver at least for each, and then she says barter, be the whore. I just thought that was dope, like fucking disrespectful to him.
It's cool. Pretty like pretty badass.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think. I mean, I've very rarely gotten hit in the face, but I don't think I've ever had a coherent thought right after that happened.
Dude, I've been punched so much recently. Whenever I read this, I was like, because he says...
I'm going to yell out, like, I'm going to start bartering you for your stuff.
Post concussion?
Yeah.
He says 20. He slapped her hard. Esbonet's head snapped back to the side. Because that's like, I got punched right in the fucking, I don't know, and my like head went right back and I just fell down. It's crazy. So I know what she felt like.
Who's on, I was going to say On the Whole Train. Yeah, buddy, that's a great album. I agree with you.
Oh, okay. Nice. Hussein says Cronenberg'd up. Total Cronenberg vibes.
There's a new Cronenberg movie coming out.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. I think I've only ever seen the TV one.
Yeah.
Can't remember what it's called.
I wonder if...
I'm being a bad fanboy. Crimes of the Future is the new one. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
What are you wondering?
Well, Meg says walking upright is the shape of intelligence and having hands for tools. I would say that we think that. I am curious. This is off topic, but I wonder if anyone in chat has seen Men.
Oh yeah.
The new what's his name?
Alex Garland.
Alex Garland film.
Videodrome is the Cronenberg one. Thanks,
Okay.
Lucille.
Oh, the new one?
No, sorry, the only one I've seen. It's what I said was his TV movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? Long Live the New Death to Videodrome. Long Live the New Flesh. Men, we saw it last week together. Profound. We both loved it, or at least were highly moved by it.
Yeah. We were. We won't spoil anything, obviously, but worth seeing. And at some point, when it's a little bit older, we should talk about it.
Yeah, it's fucking sick.
Yeah, it fucked me up. All right, so they start boning. When the time came, there was something animal in his proximity, a smell or heat that spoke directly to her body. Yada yada.
So that's
sex
some
stuff. Tell me.
That's some alien genetic or biological engineering stuff, I think.
Really?
Yeah, there's something that she couldn't identify that like was speaking directly to her, like pheromones, or I think that's something that either he is created or has in his body that is like just part of the whole thing of overpowering her, or like kind of like drugging her. Like
that's why I fucking love the console, and I love the way Bakker creates the evil characters, because they're like little creepy scientists. Like it's not like oh, this Inkoroi was really hot and you just have to trust that it was really hot. It's like, no, they fucking tinkered with some spooky micro horny molecules and kind of just, I don't know, it's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
And the micro horny molecules part too is like what kind of about how Bakker has spoken about the crash space stuff that I think I was like trying to stumble my way through a couple weeks ago, but how we are evolved, we in our brains and bodies are evolved to solve specific, or like for specific, something's rattling on the shelf.
That's Patricia on the other side.
Oh, okay.
On the other side.
I thought you had a mouse or something.
Nah,
solve specific problems, or we're designed for this environment in which we basically don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we can like use perfumes, or I don't know. See, I'm gonna get into something that I can't explain very well again, but
that's all right.
Like his technology is overpowering her biology.
I like that. That's very well put.
Thank you. And I'm gonna say, I wanted to point out that he cupped her left breast in a heavy, calloused hand. So they've mentioned cupping something else later that I don't know, it mirrored in the Kamian thing, although he was not cupping a boob that I know of. Anyway, that was what I wanted to point out.
He's got a calloused hand.
Yeah.
He's been jerking off a lot.
Yeah, apparently. Are both calloused, or is just one? He's so pendulous, though, it's probably using both.
Yeah, you would have to, yeah. Let's see. He kneels before her effortlessly, yada yada. She's very, like, it's very wild. It becomes clear, like, immediately, pretty soon after they start having sex, that it's not a good time. Or it is a good time, but it's very violent and, like, devastating for her.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's, like, obviously it's violence, but there's also some weird, like, ecstasy in it, or, like, passion, and it's sort of, like, it's, I don't even want to talk about it really, but it's like she's enjoying it, but she's also like completely like not into it at all.
Yeah, that's kind of how, like, I don't know, late addiction is a little bit. Like the chemicals in your brain are just popping off, but you're like so dead inside that part of you knows that you're not actually having a good time.
Yeah,
it's like the cognitive dissonance for that. That might also play into them using chemicals and stuff to like accentuate the pleasure in humans, whatever. Because I mean, if we're gonna go along with he was so like stinky attractive because of some made pheromones, then maybe they've got her You know what I'm saying?
Got her by the balls.
Yeah, exactly.
She's being the whore, both in like she's playing the role to try to like have her angle or have her power, but she's also kind of like, I think she's trapped in being the whore right here, where it's like she can't escape the moment. Also, and not that her profession like is responsible for her getting assaulted, but
right,
you know, just like this guy knew where she was, and the Inky Boy came to fucking raise terror.
Yeah. Inky Boy. I think I want to mention to Meg, because he's never read the books, that an Incoroi... What's an Incoroi?
It's a biologically engineered rape alien with a vagina clam head with a human face in the mouth of it with dragon bat wings and a huge curving dong.
Yeah.
That get off on violence and physical pleasure and inducing violence and pleasure in other people.
Yeah.
I think. They're a race of lovers.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Yeah, they say that they self-identify as a race of lovers. So she says he began moving. His mastery of her body was inhuman.
Inhuman.
Yeah. So her intuition is like, this is not normal. Kind of gets a little psychedelic, like moments slurring into one another.
Nightmarish ecstasy,
some grinding, desperation,
rapture after rapture, thrust after thrust,
time and again. Yep. And then he starts asking her questions.
Granted, I haven't been assaulted like that before, but if anybody started just asking me questions in the middle of sex, I would probably be really annoyed, or at least confused.
It would throw me off, for sure. It would break my immersion.
Next time we're having sex, I'm going to punch you in the face and then ask you to barter down your price on stuff in your house.
Okay.
Just combine all of the bad ideas.
I'm down. I got a mouth guard. Oof. Let's see. And so she is just telling the truth, because Akamian told her to just tell him everything, right?
Yeah, I kind of thought at first she was spilling the beans, like she was betraying herself.
Yeah.
But
yeah, she's being a narc, but I bet
she's a shark.
She's a shark, but I doubt she could have resisted in any way.
Yeah. I want to hit the chat real quick because we got a bunch of comments. Yes, the Incoroi are weapons races, and someone mentioned earlier too that where humans are meant to be their slaves. So, I mean, no wonder they can kick our asses both on a biological or like a physical. I mean, I don't know, stronger, but also more engineered than us to dominate us.
Yeah.
Pheromones. Yeah, I think that he's been engineered with pheromones and some sort of narcotic. Doesn't it say that? There's some narcotic sense to him. Dude dicked her down.
Yeah, there's
basically
serious dicking going on.
There's a lot of dicking down.
Yeah, dicks came swirling down.
And yeah, that's the fucking confounding part to me, is because like she's getting raped, but she's also like having, rapture after rapture with thrust after thrust, and then he would bring her to the ringing brink of climax and then start asking her multiplication tables.
I
It's
know.
8 times 8.
And she says, like, don't stop. It's very disturbing.
Yeah.
Her pleading.
It's like how much of it is like erotic and how much of it is fucking, I don't know, suffering.
Yeah. You read The Stand, right?
No.
Oh, really?
No, I've read a bunch of his others, but I haven't read The Stand.
There's a scene similar to this in The Stand. Very similar, actually.
Was that when he was still doing cocaine?
Who?
Stephen King?
I don't know. Probably.
I was just wondering when he I mean, not that cocaine makes you write weird sex stuff, but there's the infamous passage in It with the
they're just
kid
random.
orgy.
Dude, maybe that's where Bakker got all of his fucking alien inspiration.
True. Yeah, there's some weird cosmic similarities.
Let's see. Ooh, you know what? It was really spooky whenever I read this. It says, then he withdrew and she felt, okay, it was really sad. She felt ransacked. Ugh, it's very horrible. But then she notices 2 of the candles were gutted, but the room was still illuminated in gray light. So the candles that she lit were gone. So it's like, imagine how long it takes for a candle to go out, you know?
At least a couple minutes.
Or way more than that.
No, I know. Yeah,
Very
so she was like in
scary.
a time warp, basically.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she felt like she was in a time warp.
I think it was like all night.
Yeah. Oh, it was.
That's horrifying.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like a part that grossed me out at the end that... Anyway, we'll get there. But, long time.
Long time. And then, he gives her the coin, and it plopped onto the sticky pools across her belly, and she glanced down and gasps in horror, and what does she see?
His seed was black. His seed was black. Dude, anyone I've brought up black cum to, besides you, has thought that it was a disgusting idea. And I'm like, no, I want to like put ink in my body to make my cum black. Like I would warn, if I was ever hooking up with somebody, I would warn them. It wouldn't be like fucking...
They would have to be a Bakker fan, maybe.
Well, yeah,
Or
I guess. Goss.
Just a fun person that likes to have fun. I don't
Yeah,
know.
or it'd have to be like a lunar eclipse. It's pitch black.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I feel like it would be like kind of cool to have black cum.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another thing I just realized though. The Incoroi pull out.
Oh. You think so?
Well,
Yeah.
I think so, unless he just has like
I mean, that would be
just
pretty.
a fire hose of black cum.
Are we gonna get like? Is this video gonna get taken down? Or
This is gonna
something
get
from
held
Twitch?
against us whenever we decide to try to have professional careers.
I've thought about that. Whenever I'm a therapist, like, no, it's true. What is it? Fucking, I don't know.
Well, he has to pull out to show that he's a weird mutant alien with black cum, but I was just like, he pulled out.
Maybe he doesn't
cares
want
about
to get her.
contraception?
Yeah, well, maybe if she got pregnant, it would like cause some type of problem for them.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
it might grow up to avenge her.
Yeah, half Incoroi, half man person.
Mancoroi.
Mancoroi, man bear pig.
Yeah.
Husio comments that Incoroi force pleasure and make you love like to do Nguyen. Yep.
Yeah.
Aring, love you long time. Nice. Newest prison tattoo idea. Inked semen. Black hole cum.
Black hole come, won't you come?
Oh, he's a Soundgarden fan. That's funny.
That's yeah.
Oh, glow in the dark.
See, that would be kind of chill. I was wondering, like, I'm not something of a scientist myself, but just like if you could eat specific things to try to dye your cum black.
Who knows, man?
I've thought about it a lot. I haven't actually looked into it.
In this economy, anything's possible.
Dude, anything. Ted Cruz is a gamer.
Yeah, he's something of a gamer himself. We might have some serious commentary here.
Get it up.
The black seed symbolizes that it's not for reproducing and creating new life, but for ending reproduction and destroying life. Fuck.
Damn, dude. You
That's-
just slapped me out of reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
Yep.
Mom spaghetti. No, that's like really
Yeah, that's super
poignant.
good. I like that.
Astute, as Brian would say.
Yeah, that's very solid.
Makes me
that made me feel sad.
No, it really did stop me in my dumb, giggly cum tracks.
Yeah, same.
That's really smart.
Ted Cruz is a pay-to-win gamer. He really is.
The what is it? What did you say? for ending reproduction and destroying life. That makes me think of how they call bullets anti-seed in Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh, yeah.
Although those aren't cum, but, guns are phallic symbols in a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Hussein also says Nkoroya can't mate, I don't think.
Oh, yeah, because otherwise they'd probably be reproducing unless the only ones they have left are two twin brothers with dicks.
Yeah. It's actually kind of funny to think about Ring and Rax being, like, fucking failures. Like, like, have you seen Lilo and Stitch?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Like, there's two, like, dipshit aliens that get stranded on Earth. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And they, like, are incompetent. That's kind of how the Nkoroya are. They, like, failed. They can't get their shit together at all. They've been trying for a long time.
Orang and Orak's buddy comedy.
Yeah.
Where they're like, we got one last shot. We got to get it together, brother.
Oh, I love that. Video games suggest that it's what made Callus able to have children with her.
Oh. You guys are blowing my mind again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that she was primed? That sounds disgusting, but you know what I mean?
Well, a lot of what she says afterwards is like she goes through a dying process during this. She's like reborn. Honestly, a person that no longer will accept being a whore.
Mm-hmm.
Only.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. But yeah, I've got a lot to say about Kellis's cum too, actually. But that's way later.
The only series of books with in-depth cum discussion.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Meg, fucking not Finding Nemo. What movie did I just say?
Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch is chronic. I watched it yesterday.
Right on.
Yeah.
I think the last time I thought about it, I just felt sad that it's like two orphan children in a dilapidated house suffering.
It's a bummer. It was a bummer. There's a lot to be said about that.
I think every Disney movie is like heart-crushingly sad if you want to go there.
So I said that yesterday, and Reagan pointed out it's like, from her observation, it's consistently whenever it's people of color.
Ooh.
Which I was like, damn, that makes sense. Like, I was like, oh wow, that's very interesting. It's horrible. Hussein disagree or says that he does not think so on the Kellis connection to the cum.
I'm interested in hearing anyone's theories. I
Yeah.
haven't considered that at all.
Yeah, who knows what kind of freaky micro dose fucking research chemicals are in the cum. Lilo and Stitch is so good. Have you seen the deleted scene with the planes? No!
No, I'm gonna look up
Dude.
9/11 removed, deleted Lilo and Stitch scenes afterward, though. That's crazy.
Oh no, I haven't seen that. Pop culture, man.
We were talking about the Spider-Man kiss earlier, except for milking each other's nipples.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
But they had to delete like a promo or get rid of a promo for the first Spider-Man movie because he webbed together the Twin Towers.
Oh, weird.
Mm-hmm.
We live in such a dystopia.
We live in a society.
Barely.
Yeah.
Honk if you don't exist. Okay.
He does that quote unquote badass, but like just asshole move of dropping the gold coin. Someone mentioned that, dropping the gold coin into the cum puddle or just towards her. And it's like brutal. She stooped oh wait, no, I'm reading something else. But I just thought that was insulting, but also makes perfect sense for how he treated her the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And then she heard the arid slap of wings receding into the dawn. So she looked around. The room became brighter, and she thought he was opening the shutters. Or she didn't see him. She thought he was opening the shutters, which I guess he did.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just like...
So spooky.
Yeah.
I had originally thought that he was a synthes or something, and they could shapeshift or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But how did he hide his wings?
They have some sort of... Someone mentioned it earlier, too. Some sort of glamour or illusion magic. Because one of them looks like... transforms itself into Kellis, I think.
Yeah.
To, bang, rape, seduce Serway.
Yeah.
Later. And then I think that also maybe... they do that with Stairway onto Kellis, because there's one point in next couple books where Kellis almost like gives into his lust, but because of an Ancora, I believe.
Yeah, ooh, I like that. Yeah, that's chill. There's a lot being said about Esme and Kellis's procreation. I think it's all very interesting. So yeah, Truth says, I think Esme's ability to bear Kellis' children easier has something to do with divinity. And then Husiel says, whatever that means in Irwa. That's my reaction to that, Truth. And Husiel, like divinity in Irwa is different than what it means here.
Yeah. I mean, she does give birth to the like virgin or like the sinless Mother Mary type of character.
Damn, who gave... Meg might know this. He has a traumatizing Christian upbringing. Who was Mary's mom in the Bible?
Larry.
Larry the cucumber?
From
VeggieTales?
Oh, I never watched it. Is that like Therapy Gecko?
No.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, kinda.
Is it like 9/11?
Sort of.
Damn. I don't know. But
it's not important. If Robbie was here, he would probably answer.
Oh, yeah. No, but I wasn't even thinking about Mary, though. I was thinking about who my Mara's dad is.
Oh.
Because, like, it'd be weird and fucked up if a commune was your dad, but I think somebody mentioned or I read somewhere that the timelines didn't add up, and then also...
Yeah.
I think she doesn't look as similar to him as she might if it was if she was his kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Meg says VeggieTales kind of goes hard. I mean,
all I know is that it was like, it's like Christian indoctrination with vegetables, right?
Yeah.
Why do the vegetables believe in Christ?
I don't know. Why does Bible Man have a Bible sword?
I don't know, he did.
Have you ever seen Bible Man?
I just know the picture of it.
Yeah, like, we talked about it. We get so distracted, dude. We're like on page 2 of this chapter.
Let me point out another thing.
Please do.
Nayar's mom bore Moenga Sr. a kid too, and he had other children too, but only one was normal. Cool. So, yeah, there is some sort of I don't know, some sort of weirdness going on that we haven't figured out about what lets metahuman kids be born, or who can bear them.
Right. Alpha humans. Husiel says that's a point of contention in the Catholic world because they believe Mother Mary has to be perfect to have Jesus, but that sets up every mother and grandma going back has to be perfect. Makes sense. Interesting. The Incoroi smells of myrrh.
Yeah, do you even know what that smells like?
No.
Neither do I.
But that's another biblical shout out.
Yeah. I don't know what frankincense or gold smell like either.
I don't fucking know. Oh, Video Game says VeggieTales is great. Was the cup in the neighbor Carl? Yeah, it's classic. It's classic. I mean, I'm still scared of going to hell, but I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
I don't think I'm gonna give it a shot. Just because I think that I don't need a cucumber telling me that I'm full of sin.
I think they have a pretty positive twist on it, but I still heard you're going to hell.
Oh yeah, well I probably am.
No, dude. No.
Depends on who's right.
Well, we gotta summon the no god. We won't have to worry about it.
Oh, I have to interject this distraction though.
What's up?
12 Days of Christmas start either on Christmas or on December 26th. Not 12 days before Christmas or December 1st. Because those are the 12 days that the Magi took to make it to fucking Bethlehem. Or Nazareth. Depends on different stories, because he might not have been from Bethlehem.
Yeah. Interesting.
Or what's the Galilee, another place?
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
Galeoth.
So, January 5th, yeah, I think he was born in Galeoth, say Tadone. No, I'm just can't. Go ahead.
That's alright. No, Meg says Bob the tomato looked him in the eyes and told him his soul would burn for eternity.
So he's
exactly.
he's like the inverse fire of the VeggieTales universe.
Pretty much.
I like the red, the kind of color illusion there.
Okay, so after this, she's kind of just getting going. She loved her city, but she had to escape. She wants to leave. She talks about hiding her strength. Let's see. Oh, she's thinking about what a Akamian recommended, which is to hide her strength, and that will help her survive. So I don't know. It's just she's got strength. She's strong. It's a bummer that women don't have the opportunity to shine in this world.
Yeah, it's weird.
It makes it very inaccessible for women. If I was a woman and read this book, I would be like, this is awful. Like, it's not cute how... Like, I can tolerate it because I have lived a life of, like, not being oppressed for my gender. But it would be a bummer. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Especially the first 3 books, like, there's, Esminette and Maimara are characters to look up to a lot more in the second series.
Very true.
It's kind of like with Men, the movie Men, just that there's so much, the women have to go through so much shit that it's like, why would you want to read this and like re-experience that kind of?
That's one of the reviews on YouTube of this book. I forget her name. She did a really good review. I'm sure some of y'all have seen it. But she fucking hated it. She's like, I do not recommend this book at all. It's like horrible. Which some of the reasons she hated it are reasons that I like it. But I agree with her on all the feminist kind of stuff. But I do think it's not like Bakker is shining a light on masculinity and being like, isn't this great? Like, no. Everybody's an idiot. Like, all the men are such fucking dipshits.
Yeah.
Like, cock measuring. So, I don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't... his writing... this universe or his writing doesn't make it really anybody look good or appealing. Except for, I guess, like, computer-brained people.
Yeah.
In a way. They can be powerful, but they aren't good either.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, fucking whale mothers.
Oh, yeah.
Get out of here.
That's some Dune stuff, too, but I don't want to spoil too much Dune.
And we get so distracted.
There's a lot of... I am going to say something about Dune, though. The second time you said we got distracted, I've been like, what? There's just, in the Heretics of Dune and Chapter House Dune, the last 2 that Frank Herbert wrote, there's crazy super sex people that can enslave you by fucking you so good that you like are addicted to being fucked by them for the rest of your life, that you'll do whatever they want.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine that since Bakker is a Dune fan, that he got some influence from that.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Most of the male characters being depraved is definitely an indictment of masculine excess. Yeah. I mean, I think he does a great job of showing how violent and harmful masculinity is whenever it's turned up and unchecked by wisdom in any form or, like, reflection. It's still really fucked up, though. Yeah, I don't know. I would be interested to hear what Bakker has to say about it. Like, I honestly don't want to, because I don't want him to be a fucking asshole, and I'd be bummed about liking the books. But, and then Video Game says, as a black man, I can say a high holy Zayim is sweet. That makes sense. Yeah.
As a white person, I feel like high holy Zayim is pretty sick, too.
Yeah,
I'd like to know more about it.
Yeah, I would, too. The Zayumi are actually, like, super badass. They have some cool fucking characters later on.
Lucaro, though.
Lucaro.
Curse that guy.
Yeah, curse Lucaro. Alright. So, I survived Akka, and I did not survive. That's what she says. And I wondered, who is she now? Who is Esminette post-dicking?
That's the essay question, I guess.
Hmm.
So she's the same, but she's also different. That's the worst response ever.
She's the same, but she's not in Sumna anymore.
How am I not myself? How am I not myself? Well, okay, it spurred her to leave, right? She hit the road. She said that she can sell her sex, use her sex as her purse, something like that on the road, and she's going to go catch up with the Holy War. Or does that come at the very end of the chapter? That's what she does.
I think it's at the end of the chapter, but that's alright.
Well, it spurs her to want to go experience more, right?
Yeah.
So is this like the final straw?
I think so.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's raped.
Yeah. So it's like desperation.
Yeah.
The moment of deciding to change.
Yeah. I would fucking get out of there.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, it's not like she's hanging on to a lot of good stuff back home.
Yeah. I don't know. It is realistic though so Esmenet has this experience and is like, all right, no more. I'm gonna fucking leave and follow my dreams in a way. She's following Akka, but yet she still like can't do it. It doesn't work. Like she gets beaten up, she gets lost, she gets abandoned again. Like she doesn't really find what she wants, which I think the reviewer that I watched that review where she was like, you know, all the female characters they just get shit on the whole time. That does suck. I mean, and it can also be commentary on, you know, how women experience life in our world, or, you know, any marginalized community. It's like so I can set my sights on something and be able to do it because I have lots of privilege, or it just depends on what it is, I guess. But I don't know. I guess that's kind of off on a tangent, but I guess I'm just like battling with what I think Bakker intended with the female characters.
Yeah, I don't know either. I did look up his age too. He was, well, I mean, he started crafting the world as a teenager, I believe, doing Dungeons and Dragons, but this book was published when he was about 36, I think. Which I have no point by saying that, but I was just kind of curious as to...
No, it's relevant for sure.
I was specifically curious about just how old he was compared to Esmenet for some reason.
Makes sense.
You know, I wonder if he was married by the time he wrote this or published this. I think he probably was.
Yeah.
I guess.
See ya, Husiel. Thanks for hanging.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thanks for suffering us.
Yeah.
And also thanks for all your input. I love it. It's very helpful.
Yeah, I also... yeah, it's hard to say.
Yeah. We could talk about it all night. We probably shouldn't, though.
Yeah. Should we try to...
She leaves.
She gets the F. Should we blaze over Akka?
Yeah, he's just like donkeying around.
Yeah. Is his mule named Dawn?
I don't know.
Someone will know, but...
I fucking love his mule, though.
I know.
Big Jesus vibes.
What, the mule?
Yeah.
Is Jesus a mule guy?
Jesus rides a mule around.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thanks, Truth Shines. Akka's mule is Daybreak.
That's fucking dope. That's a great name.
Dawn is the one milky sword in Game of Thrones. Song of Ice and Fire.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but Esmenet, the candles all burned down. It was gross morning sunlight. I hate the morning, so gross morning sunlight coming through the windows after she just had this terrible experience. And then it shoots over to Akami and on his mule Daybreak, although they don't mention the name yet, but I was like, oh. And he's in Sudica.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was just... There's a
Daybreak.
line of...
I like it. That's some smooth transition.
It's
Baker's
like
smooth,
day and night.
man.
The lonely stoner seems to free his mind
at night. Terrible.
He only seems to free his mind at night.
Sam loves that shit.
I know.
I love old Kid Cudi. His old mixtapes and stuff, super good.
I think I only know that and the Drunk Driving song.
Yeah.
Into the Valley of Sudica he goes, though. Sudikon these nuts.
Yeah.
First and only thought.
He's roaming. He's looking around. There's lots of world building, which is great. But I didn't really underline much of it. I did notice. So he goes to sleep and he dreamed of that day when every child was stillborn. That day when the consul, beaten back to the black ramparts of Golgotharoth by the non-men in the ancient Norserai, brought emptiness, absolute and terrible, into the world. I just think that's interesting because in Buddhism, emptiness is like the bomb. It's like emptiness is basically like oneness with everything, or connectedness, inseparability type of thing. But emptiness being absolute and terrible into the world. Like, the Buddhist concept of emptiness is great because it means that, like, we're connected. We're all connected, and we all have Buddha nature and are, like, inherently good and capable of being kind and wise and everything. So it's interesting that in this it's like perceived as absolute and terrible.
So would fullness be like full of worldly attachments and stuff like that?
Not really. I think the like Zen answer to that would be fullness is emptiness and emptiness is fullness.
I was just wondering about the emptiness thing, if it has to do with like our capitalist outlook. Like, emptiness sounds scary, like having nothing.
Yeah.
You know? That's where my brain goes. And if emptiness is the same as like complete connectedness, that's like not nearly as scary sounding.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's interesting because I mean, in Buddhism, whenever like a fully enlightened person or a Buddha or whatever, they can choose to not be reborn again. Which I think is interesting in this context because there's so much that has to do with birth. Like,
oh yeah,
there's emptiness now and nobody gets born again. I don't know. But yeah, and he's washing his hair. He's a stinky boy. He does some morning apocalypse. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's not a ton.
He was thinking about the kind of the plot a little bit before he makes his conspiracy theory crime board with the red string and the, you know, in between everything. He's thinking about Maithanet. He's thinking about getting his ass kicked by his dad. His dad would make him go find the rope to whip him with. I thought that was especially cruel.
Go get a switch. Dude, that's a very southern thing. To have your, like, grandma go pick out a stick.
I've heard that before. That's so gnarly.
Did you get spanked as a kid?
No, I got spanked twice. And it was, like, super uncommon occasion.
Yeah.
Didn't you say you got the shit beat out of you?
No, not really.
Okay.
But the last time I got spanked, I said that I thought it went well, and I never got spanked again.
Right.
I think I told you that story.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I think I would just run away if my grandma told me to go find a switch. I'd be like,
Woo. Yeah, see ya. Jeff says, but my stuff, I take it with me to the afterlife, like the Egyptians.
Oh yeah,
fucking
sure.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm gonna make all my friends get murdered when I die and buried on top of me in a mass grave.
Yeah.
Oh, but did I tell you I'm gonna be buried like this?
Why?
Takes up less space. Don't have to dig as big of a hole.
Hell yeah, that's cool.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you should turn your thermostat up to the 78, dude.
Oh, probably.
Okay. Why couldn't she? We need to be. Oh, I fucking hate this line. A commune is thinking about Esmenet, and he thinks to himself, why couldn't she be what he needed her to be? Why couldn't she stop lying with other men? Didn't he have gold enough to keep her? What a fucking dipshit, dude.
Yeah, it does say sorcerers were not accustomed to women, which is clear.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's no sorceresses, there's no real witches in the universe at all. So, I mean, he doesn't have much experience with women, but I don't think that really makes it okay, obviously. Yeah. I wonder, like, for some little devil's advocate here, just coming after the paragraph of him dreaming about the apocalypse and the atrocity of that.
Mm-hmm.
Does it make him more sympathetic thinking he just wants this, like, one piece of comfort? Because he's, like, literally re-experiencing the worst thing that's ever happened?
Yeah. I mean, it makes perfect sense that he needs her.
Yeah, it could probably just...
His life sucks ass.
Yeah. Yeah. I did not like, though, he offered her money once, and I thought that sounded pretty insulting.
Yeah.
I mean, she reacted badly.
Yeah.
Not you too, Druce is a commune. I'll not play the whore with you. And I don't know, that just... Yeah. I was trying to come up with something, like, see if there's any instances of just me not thinking, quit being a whiny little piece of shit, a commune, in regards to Esmenet, and mostly didn't find much, but the thing about him being paranoid and insecure about whether or not she was, like, faking her pleasure with him because she does the same stuff with everyone else, I was like, yeah, I would probably think that too. I think I'd want some, like, code words or some, I don't know, maybe the sign of a healthy relationship is not having to worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
But there's some juicy smut in here that he's torturing himself, though. He's listening through the wall to Esmenet take custom. Calistras, you're dreadfully gifted for an old soldier. What would I do without that thick cock of yours? I'm sure you'll find plenty to feed your cunny dear.
Oh my god.
Morsels only, you're my banquet.
Gross.
I know, I was like... And a commune placed his wet cheek against the Is he crying or is he just sweating?
He's totally sweaty, dude. He is totally sweaty. Yeah, the, like, sound it makes whenever he pulls off his wet cheek. That's hilarious.
It's just brutal.
Jeff asks, why didn't he just make her his wife? I think the sorcerers can't marry.
Yeah, I think they're forbidden. And then it's forbidden to ditch your school, too, so he would be public enemy number one. They'd come kill him if, he ditched. But, I don't know. He does ditch out and live in a tower alone for 20 years. Also, Kellis probably told that nobody to fuck with him for 20 years, too.
Yeah.
Truthshine said, I really hate when he's mad that she's trying to ask about the investigation and help him out. Yeah, I think part of it's he wants to protect her by limiting the amount of information she has. I think he says that directly, but it's also pretty rude. It's like, you could be nicer about it.
Yeah. Totally. He's lied to them before, they know, and then... Yeah, Jeff says it could have just been their traveling husband. I thought the same thing. Like, they're just bad at relationships. They could just work it. They could figure it out. They could just figure out a plan.
Go to therapy.
They could be honest with one another and just have probably a relatively good time. Remember whenever they're chilling on the plains of Mengeta? And they're having, like, a vibe?
Yeah, don't they always cry and then have sex?
Yeah. Annoying.
When I do this, when you do this, it makes me feel like
a wet cheek.
Yeah. What though? It says a commune's famously a terrible spy, and he says that people keep you. He was telling Esmenet that people keep you alive if they think you're a weak source. I wonder if the Mandate kind of think that of a commune. They're like, he's already this pathetic, weak dude. Like,
probably.
We'll let him get away with a bunch of shit.
Probably so. I think that makes sense. Did we mention the part where it says a commune had laid with many whores in many cities throughout the years? So why was Esmenet so different? He'd first come to her because of her beautiful boyish thighs and seal smooth skin.
Boyish thighs, dude.
Boyish thighs.
I think that too. There's a thing about how women don't shave their legs in this series too.
Really?
I mean, probably nobody shaves hardly anything back in the fucking.
Yeah, I mean when you fucking use your Gillette razor and your bucket of mud apocalypse.
Yeah. You probably have only a couple bowls too. You have to. The boyish thighs and the seal smooth skin. So that points to. I think that what I'm saying is that points to another being a young person or perceiving her as a young person. I remember it's Sorwheel looking at Sarawak in the second series that I think that he feels guilty about looking at her because she barely has hair on her limbs or something and like perceiving her as younger and shouldn't be lusting after someone younger.
Interesting.
I'll have to double check that, by which I mean forget about it until we get there in 5 years.
Like literally in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
We're gonna forget about it.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But also seal smooth, just like, I guess that's a really good way to describe something. It's visceral. Mm-hmm. Maybe that goes with his wet cheek, although that'd be more like
and his maritime upbringing.
Yeah,
he's a fisherman.
Yeah no, for sure, that's smooth skin.
Jeff says I'm fantasizing about a story of Akka and Esmond on the run from the Mandate. That'd be cool. I don't think I could take a whole book of them though.
Forbidden love,
just like fucking being, I don't know, that would be cool.
Have you seen Wild at Heart, the David Lynch movie?
Mm-mm.
It's just like a Love on the Run movie, but Nicolas Cage and Laura Dern are the main characters.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, I'm just kind of trying to mash those two worlds together.
Mm-hmm.
Willem Dafoe's in it, he's got some fucked up teeth in there.
I love Willem Dafoe.
Bobby Peru.
Talk about pendulous phallus.
Oh yeah, should we tell him?
Yeah. Wait, tell him what?
About his phallus?
About Antichrist? The movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a movie called Antichrist with Willem Dafoe in it, and there's a scene where he's in the shower and also banging somebody, and they had to use someone else's penis because Willem Dafoe's dick is too big, and it would have been distracting for the...
Yeah, didn't they say it was something... They were quoted as saying it was, like, surprisingly... No, it's like...
Shockingly
alarmingly
large.
Yeah.
Like it would have been too much of a shock. Total Incleroy vibe.
Yeah. Damn, if he was an Incleroy though, I think I'd definitely sign myself over.
Yeah. I'm pro consult.
Oh yeah.
Well, no. I'm pro no god.
Yeah. I feel like I'm a consult apologist, but it's hard to justify anything.
Yeah.
So they got seals in this world.
They have seals.
Yeah.
Are we wrapping this up?
I think so.
Okay.
Let's see. It's been an hour and a half. We usually go 8 more minutes.
Yeah.
My book lost... my ebook lost a bunch of pages.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, but it's because it's this...
Oh, really?
It's like the graph. Yeah, because a commun's drawing his map.
Oh, that's the psycho crime conspiracy map.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. I thought it was just a glitch.
Yeah, so a commune is feeling regretful. He's wallowing around. I feel like I talk mad shit about a commune. I love a commune. He's awesome.
Yeah.
I just like to talk shit about him.
I love him too. In my head, I don't know. I don't think we have said hardly anything good about him, but he's really one of my guys.
Yeah, same.
And again, it's hard to like justify, but I dig him.
Yeah. But yeah, so he's writing his map because he's thinking. He's doing some stinking thinking, and he traces Maithanet, the Holy War, Shaima, the Kisharam, Scarlet Spires, Emperor, Consul, Enrau, all together and kind of how they interconnect. Mm-hmm. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. It makes me think again, also too, of that It's Always Sunny meme with Charlie with all his psycho wall.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even seen that episode, but I like the meme.
Yeah. Anka is a sobber not fit for the slog. Dude, I'm a big time sobber.
He's gonna need to keep his... What is he? I guess he powers up his rage for the next 20 years to be able to... Well, he's also got the Curie to get him through the whole thing.
We could all use a little Curie in our lives.
Yeah. Big sobber, though.
Mm-hmm.
Wet cheek, sweaty sobber.
Oh, man. That's about all let's see. At the end, he reflects the road would be kind. Eventually she would... Oh, this is Esmonette, sorry. The road would be kind. Eventually she would find the Holy War, and in the Holy War she would find a commune. She would clutch his sweaty cheek and kiss him at long last as a fellow traveler. Then she would tell him what had happened, of the danger.
Yeah, I guess it's probably pretty important for her to... She's the only one that knows that something supernatural is there. Or that one man in Iarwa has black cum at the very, very least.
Yeah. This crazy thing happened to me.
Dude, I was getting dicked down by this guy. It was like so good, but also the worst experience of my life.
Yeah.
He came black.
Yeah.
And a commune's just seeing red, just fucking...
Yeah, he'd be so, why do you take custom? Yeah.
Yeah, they mention at the end her tattoo of it's greening, so it's like old ink, tattoo of a snake on the back of her left hand, which is a mark of like sex workers, of whores, but I guess it's like a mockery of the cultural custom that they tattoo the hands of temple prostitutes for the cult of Giera, which is the goddess of carnal pleasure.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't know, I know there's tons of stuff in our culture that is very contradictory, but I thought that was just like kind of harsh. There's temple prostitutes that are like holy, and then there's Esmonette, who's like an aging whore, who's shat upon.
Yeah, that is interesting. That's a good point. She was not a wife.
Mm-mm.
Her purse she carried between her legs. Yep.
She'd sell peaches on her way to Momum. Dude, I saw some peaches in the store the other day, and I don't know if I can eat one. I'll definitely eat a bunch of peaches this year.
I ate some peaches and cream the other day.
Was it good?
It was chronic, yeah.
The ripe?
Yeah.
Did you think weird, conflicting sexual thoughts?
I actually didn't. I didn't even think about it.
Nice. Yeah, I probably should. Well, ignorance is life.
Yeah, ignorance is life.
The chapter ends with the line, "It would be dark soon," just as it was starting to get dark at the very beginning of the chapter.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
It could have just been a whole day in both their lives, the same day, this chapter.
Yeah, I think so.
Thought this was really well composed.
Very well composed, actually.
Yeah, both of them juxtaposed, but like, it makes sense because they're, a couple, kind of. They're highly interrelated, separate, but there's literary tie-ins or like linguistic, thematic. Well done.
Well done.
10 out of 10 would read again.
10 out of 10, I'm reading again. Yeah.
So, boy thighs.
Boy thighs, black cum. It was a good chapter.
Yeah.
It was kind of short.
Yeah. Especially because I thought that mine had 10 pages of missing text.
Glitched content.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's about it for me. Do you feel like you have much more?
No, I don't. It looks like next week we'll be in Sumna again.
Mm-hmm.
I guess this was another one where it's like half in Sumna, half in Sudaka. Sudakan my balls.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Just, we're getting some chat from Video Game Jeffy saying these books have very few lone adventures. Usually it's a group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
The squad has not, become the fellowship of the squad yet.
Yeah. Fucking Callus links up with his boyfriend Nair.
Yeah. Oh, that would be a good buddy. That is a good buddy comedy.
Callus and Nair!
Angry man and...
Get chased by the Enrithi. Grandees. Will they escape the Kidra Hill? Sorry.
Damn, dude, you should be Nair for Halloween.
I would love that. I'm pretty jacked.
Yeah.
I'm not big though.
Nah, but
I could take some steroids.
yeah. And I'll just hopefully the rest of these chapters will make you feel like self-harming enough that you'll be
Swazoned up. Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
Kelpron is hitting us with it right now.
Oh yeah. Did you talk about the part where Esme gave the golden talent to the random girl? Just wanted to point out that Yatwar probably watched and approved, and it contributed to her eventual salvation, giving without hope of recompense. But Truth Shines said she's not saved by the 100. I didn't think about Yatwar.
Yeah, neither did I.
That's interesting. Yeah, I guess my counterpoint to that would be that she Theliopa gets killed in the earthquake, the Yatwarian earthquake in the White Luck Warrior, or the Great Ordeal, can't remember. Not totally sure, but I like that.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Definitely gave without recompense, and the gods are real, so that could definitely have put her in good favor, at least for her immediate future, I think.
Yeah.
And it made me think about her giving the coin and then just leaving the girl is like, made me think about her giving up her own daughter, Maimara. Like, if she could give a whole gold coin to a little girl, she would, to try, either replicate, yeah, I don't know, just to try to, like, give herself some absolution or, make herself feel better about how she had to give up her own kid.
Yeah.
Someone mentioned it was very similar to a commune giving money in the message to Saw.
Salt.
Salt
with them.
Hopefully
Heavy
she washed
hitting.
the coin first.
Heavy hitting zingers.
Damn, dude. Yeah. She had to wash it out in a mud bowl.
Yeah. In my opinion, she is saved by the God who sees through the judging eye, which is universal, while the 100 are solely constrained to Iroha.
I like that. I do not know as much about the metaphysics as I would like to know. And,
Neither do I.
I think that Bakker is purposefully withholding on a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Either that or he thinks none of us are smart enough to figure it out.
We didn't go to Vanderbilt.
No.
Did he get his PhD in philosophy at Vandy, or just his stinky master's?
He did everything but dissertation, which is...
Nerd.
So it's like PhD level stuff, but didn't write a dissertation.
Yeah. So he doesn't even have a fucking doctorate.
I guess technically not.
Just kidding.
No, I know, but still. Dude, you know what's cool though?
What?
The Unabomber blew up an office at Vanderbilt.
Really?
Yeah, it's not necessarily cool at all.
Well, it's an interesting historical tidbit.
Yeah, I don't think it was when Bakker was there, because I think that was in the 80s. But
I didn't know that.
Ted Kaczynski sent a package to like the computer sciences department, but it didn't get to like the department head. His secretary opened it first, and it fucked her up.
Yeah. All right, I need to eat some food. I'm gonna eat some tacos. I hope that y'all have a good night. This was a good one. Thanks for... I feel like there was a lot of activity in the chat, and that's much appreciated.
Very much.
Yeah. That was fun.
Praise the pork shoulder.
Oof, never again. I'll eat it tonight, but I'm never gonna cook it again.
Smoky like the pork shoulder.
Smoked the pork shoulder. Ted Cruz is a pay-to-win gamer.
I don't even know what that means, but it sounds bad.
Oh, man. Oh, alright, y'all. I hope that you have a wonderful evening. Each and every one of you is a special special little person. I like that.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.